remember, let me just tell this story real quick. I remember seeing your Facebook Live, and I think one of them included a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is different. And it was a Conor McGregor, and you were doing other people as well. And I was really digging your analysis and your overview. And I was particularly struck by that you were into MMA like I was, which is a very Pluto area of our culture. Modern day warriors.
That week, I actually put out a couple of Facebook Lives breaking down maybe a 5-minute discussion about each celebrity's chart. So I did like maybe a rundown of 5 or 6 people. And I think Conor McGregor and a couple of boxers, Muhammad Ali, maybe Frazier, I forget who else. And I spoke about their fighting maneuvers, their gusto. Anyway, so you picked up on that, and you mentioned to me after you texted me that you like that I talk about UFC fighters, because not many people in the astrology community talk about that, MMA.
They're important figures. They're important figures in our culture. They're the modern day warriors. So it was really cool that you were covering them, and I think that's becoming more and more common. And we've even talked about how much modern day warriors, MMA fighters, professional fighters would benefit having really good astrologers assist them in understanding their own strengths and challenges, and also their opponent's strengths and challenges.
Yeah.
And I know that's something you've offered, and I as well. So anybody out there curious to get that extra edge, I think they benefit. I bet you some of them already do have astrologers.
And you know what I hear a lot of UFC fighters say is like, you know what, man, I can kick ass in the gym. Mm-hmm. I can kick ass in the gym all I want. And then come fight night, it's the performance that is different from the actual training. Performance is a whole new thing because you're doing it in front of people. And there's an energy there. There's the spotlights on you. You're going to be televised. It's going, the whole world's going to see it. What happens if you get knocked out or you get choked out and you shit yourself? These are real things that happen. And the performance really can give people, a fighter, the heebie-jeebies. And he can lock up. Or the timing's just not right. You know, the transits have
the fight night,
us.
The date they've chosen is actually very unfortunate for them because it doesn't showcase their strengths.
Yeah. So if a fighter can be more in tune to saying, hey, out of this year, these 8 or 9 months would be good for me. These 3 or 4 months, no way. Don't accept any fights on these if they can have some control over that situation.
Difficult transits, difficult cycles need to be treated differently in training, and also there's so many details for any professional athlete. Quite frankly, listening to this, there's so many details that they could incorporate into their training and their performance that would, give them significant percentile advantage. I think really significant growth areas that aren't even being tapped.
Yeah, exactly. They can hone into certain areas and just make their whole character, persona, better than it was before. And then fighting and practicing and performance, it just comes with the territory of bettering their whole acumen, their whole self.
Sometimes people describe astrological charts like circuitry. So it's really optimizing your circuitry, which getting